Definitely appreciate this opportunity to speak with the group here. I'm very excited to share with you all a little bit about CloudHealth, specific to how we work with some financial services companies within that particular vertical. What we are is we're a cost management and optimization platform for multi-cloud and hybrid cloud environments. And again, my name is Andrew Rice. I'm a cloud solutions architect at CloudHealth by VMware. Let's dive in. So a little bit about CloudHealth. We are the global leader in multi-cloud management. We have over 11 billion currently in multi-cloud spend under management, and that's broken up into a couple of different buckets. About half of our customer base is using CloudHealth to manage one public cloud, whether that be AWS, Azure, GCP, Oracle Cloud, as well as VMware Cloud Foundation. Then you'll also see another bucket of about 52% using CloudHealth to manage two public and hybrid clouds, right? So more than one environment. And then about 9% using for 3+, right? So the complexities of managing a cloud environment obviously is going to exponentially increase the more environments that you exist within, the more disparate the environment is, the more operators that you have leveraging and spinning up resources across that disparate environment. So that's just a bit of a snapshot of our customer base and kind of what we're, the work that we're doing there. And really, what the initiative to create CloudHealth really came from like this kind of paradox that the public cloud created, right? There was the promise, which really appealed to a lot of businesses, and that would be, better speed, better agility. How do we, create products and bring them to market faster? How do we have that flexibility to react to change? We want to improve customer support and services. These were all of the promises that the cloud, provided. The reality, as we are, several years into this cloud transformation, what we're seeing across the market is that operational challenges tend to really accelerate. Many companies, 80% will overshoot their cloud infrastructure budgets. 50% will accidentally expose data or services, right? The complexities of managing a secure, compliant environment is going to be, ever more challenging. And then, about 47% are not optimizing their cloud workloads. So a lot of opportunity here to bring our services to the market and really help companies managing their cloud environments. Now, a quick note here, just in terms of financial service complexity within, within IT, we're seeing a big increase in complexity. No surprise here. This poll was done a few years back, so the data is a little bit out of date, but I think that the theme here is going to be important, and that is, 59% of companies will see an increase in the next 3 years of cloud complexity in terms of the number of different public clouds, private clouds, and data centers and edge environments that they'll be managing, right? So this is definitely a trend. Now, the way that CloudHealth has built our platform is, we've designed the platform to really assist our customers through whatever phase of maturity that they are in terms of their cloud journey. And this model, this graphic here, is designed to kind of display sort of this progress of as you mature in the cloud, there's going to be an onus on improving collaboration across the company. And that would be, to really drive home some key pillars of excellence. Across the right, you'll see financial management, operations, security, and compliance are sort of the three major pillars that CloudHealth has built itself around. And then the stages of maturity are going to include, obtaining visibility, better visibility into who's consuming what in the cloud, better optimization opportunities, right? Being able to collaborate across teams to understand where these opportunities are, either to reduce waste, to improve efficiency, to improve, reserved instance or savings plan coverage. If you're operating in AWS, for example, each cloud provides different levers, different opportunities to capture savings. And so that's going to be a very important part of the journey. Next is going to be governance and automation, right? Once we have defined an optimized state, how do we maintain that state with sort of minimal management overhead? How do we ensure that we have guardrails in place, that we're monitoring the environment, that we're going to be notified proactively, and that we can take action, we can automate action to keep things clean and efficient in driving the business objectives. The last piece is around business integration. once you've covered off on those three earlier principles, the last sort of phase of the journey is, how do we integrate this data into our business model? How do we make sure that this information is flowing across the organization and helping to drive decisions? So let's move into the CloudHealth platform itself. And this graphic here sort of just gives you an overview of how we're processing data. So I kind of look at this from the bottom up. And again, the three core areas on the right that we're going to be looking at are simplifying financial management across clouds and across your data center, streamlining operations, and strengthening security and compliance. And then if we look at the bottom piece, we're going to be pulling in data across the 4 public clouds, inclusive of Oracle, inclusive of VMware Cloud Foundation, vSphere environments, right? We're going to integrate with all of these environments, and then through an integrated data layer, we're able to basically provide a single pane of glass view across all of your infrastructure. And this can be essentially used to drive more effective financial management, operational governance, and security and compliance across all of your environments. So that's just a high-level overview of the vision here. Beg your pardon here. Let me just turn off my notifications. Very sorry for that. All right, resuming share. So to dive into the platform here, the very first piece we're going to talk about is on the visibility side, right? Being able to visualize your entire cloud ecosystem in a single place. This graphic that we're showing here is a multi-cloud cost report, and this is showing a daily cost view across AWS, Azure, GCP, data center, and Oracle Cloud, right? So it's giving you that single pane view, and you can also apply a variety of different filters and different perspective views in order to apply some business context to understand, which environments is this infrastructure running within, which teams are consuming the resources, which individual owners, what projects, applications, customers, etc. Right? We're able to create these perspectives by consolidating your tagging across all of your environments, as well as leveraging more in-depth resource metadata to help group things appropriately, right? One of the common challenges of cloud management is really defining a tagging strategy and then enforcing that strategy across the business. And we've created a perspective engine that really helps customers obtain that level of visibility. Even if the tagging isn't quite up to par where they'd like it to be, we've built a rule system and the ability to manage your inventories in a way that you can customize these views and really get that next level of visibility. So moving on to the next slide. Sticking on the visibility concept here, I wanted to talk a bit more in depth about perspectives. Now this view that we're showing here is looking at the category of cost center, and that's leveraging different tags, different object related data based upon, which cost center that the particular resource should fall under. And what perspectives can do is just give you this rules-based grouping across all of your environments. You can view assets and resources through that particular business lens. This is really important for use cases around showback and chargeback, helping to establish a culture of accountability, being able to align your metrics across your business objectives, being able to understand dependencies of downstream resources as well. Right, all of these different use cases is where perspectives can really help provide important intelligence and context into your cloud data. And the last piece on visibility is going to be around understanding and analyzing usage, performance, and metrics. So we're able to provide insights across all of your accounts and environments, being able to drill into utilization, understanding different performance across applications, being able to understand by particular environment, by particular customer, being able to create those types of views so that you can understand your governance and your optimization opportunities through a particular business lens so that you can make even better informed decisions. And speaking of optimization, it's a big piece of what we do. We really try to be a cost neutral or cost negative solution, looking to save our customers significant money. And the way that we do this is through our optimization capabilities. Here we're showing an example of a CloudHealth AWS health check report. where we really surface a lot of the key optimization levers you can pull. That will be including things like terminating unused or non-compliant resources. In this example, there's 76 unused EBS volumes costing the business about $1,000 per month. That's a quick action we can take, and we can automate that action to set up a cadence to clean up those volumes, make sure the right people are authorizing the action, that the right individuals are verifying that these are in fact eligible to be deleted, right? And additional optimization levers would be right sizing your resources. We have recommendation tools that will run analysis based upon performance, provide right sizing recommendations. Exchanging reservations can be very time consuming and very challenging, making sure you're optimizing that existing reservation inventory, and then kind of moving towards the new savings plan paradigm, right? We've developed a number of different tools to help our customers kind of make that transition seamless, make sure that they're not wasting anything, that they're really capitalizing on opportunities, as these different cloud providers update the different savings mechanisms that are available. So it's just an AWS example. We do offer similar services across the other clouds, but really being able to manage, all the different components of optimization within a single platform. Next up is governance and automation. And here we're showing a relatively simple unexpected cost increase policy here. But this type of a workflow can be built out across a number of different use cases. Think of these as guardrails, and we can set these up to monitor for unused resources across each of the clouds, create those automated workflows to execute some actions through the API and clean things up. We can even set different notifications across customers or applications or across services to give you insights if anything should fall outside of normal activity, right? Being able to manage by exception, find where those areas of cost increase or resource utilization, where are those different anomalies, and let's dive into that and take action. I also wanted to speak about compliance and security, as that's a tremendous initiative across industries, but financial services especially. We work with a number of customers to both manage their posture across the clouds. And we do that through our CloudHealth Secure State platform, which provides real-time visibility into any misconfigurations across all of your clouds. And then we'll also enable remediation or auto remediation for those misconfigurations, so that if you have particular policies about encryption, about ports open to the internet, right, you can set all of those guardrails and have secure state monitoring things in a real-time basis and either remediating or alerting should anything fall outside of those best practices. And what we're showing here on the screen is a page where you can manage your compliance frameworks and understand how compliant your infrastructure is against these different benchmarks. CIS Foundations is a popular one, GDPR requirements, SOC 2, PCI requirements. We support frameworks across all of these different compliance standards, and we also provide a lot of customization so that you can really build out your own frameworks, leverage existing frameworks to tailor them and to make them more specific to your company's needs, really to help with prioritization and finding where the risk is and taking action on that risk as quickly as possible. Now, the last phase of cloud maturity is the business integration piece. And here we're talking about really empowering individuals with the right data, empowering better conversations across executive teams, operational teams, finance teams, right? Ensuring that your metrics are aligned to business KPIs, integrating maybe with business intelligence tools as well as other departments to make sure that they're getting the right information, and ultimately working towards creating a cloud center of excellence, right? A centralized kind of governing body made up of multiple different departments and different parts of the organization, business units, where everyone has a say and everyone sort of has their has the right context and the right data, so that the business can make the best decisions overall. Lastly, I want to close out with a quick case study, and Ron, I hope I'm doing okay on time here. Feel free to let me know if I'm going over it all. But in terms of a case study here, we've picked Experian as a customer that we've done a lot of great work with. Now, Experian has a very complex multi-cloud environment across, as you can see, AWS, Azure, GCP, and Oracle Cloud. And as things were scaling across this disparate environment, they really needed a single platform to enable more efficient optimization and savings opportunities. I mean, through working with CloudHealth, Experian was able to save a total of about 1.7 million in saving opportunities, not just identifying the opportunities, but actually making these opportunities actionable. And that's a key part of the platform as well. So I will close there, and Ron, let me know if if there's any questions.